Welcome back to ALPB Roundup here with a series preview looking at the week ahead. We're going to jump right in here, kick this thing off. We're talking about a few home openers, the first of which being the Wild Health Genomes, going with their first home series of the season, first home series ever, taking on the Charleston Dirty Birds in Lexington. Now, Charleston enters the series with a 6-4 record, but having lost 4 of their last 6, they're 3 games behind the Honey Hunters after losing 2 of 3 to the Ducks and to the Rockers. Meanwhile, the Genomes have dropped 7 in a row after a promising 2-1 start. Now they're carrying a 2-8 record at the bottom of the South Division. They are a full 7 behind the Gastonia Honey Hunters, so they got to kick it into gear if they want to compete in the first half. The Genomes just released 4 players, which either means that they're seeing the need for big changes offensively, which would be backed up by the numbers, or they got the Reese guys coming in. Could be both, if we're being honest. One of the guys that did get dropped was Will Decker, who was hitting very well in a bench role for them, so that's interesting to see. Keep an eye on Riley Mahan, who has been basically the whole offense for the team with a third of the team's RBIs and 10 ribbies? I mean, that's double anyone else in their lineup. So Riley Mahan's the guy to watch in the Genomes lineup if you are going to that game tonight. The Dirty Birds, on the other hand, are led offensively by Juan Perez and Nick Longy. Probable starters, I would expect to see Jordan Stevens, Joe Testa, and Dominic DeMasi for the Dirty Birds, taking on Dustin Beggs, Eli Villanueva, and Max Posey for the Genomes. Projection tables, the odds are, what the numbers are saying at least, 44% chance that the Dirty Birds take 2 of 3, a 26% chance that they sweep. On the other side, the Genomes have a 25% chance to take 2 of 3 and only a 5% chance to sweep. The Genomes need to get their offense together. They need to wake up and make this start happening here. It's bad luck right now in Lexington. Staten Island, they got their first ever home game, at least as this iteration of the organization. They'll be taking on the defending champion Lexington Legends, more Lexington baseball here. The FerryHawks are still looking for their first win, entering 0-9 after being swept by the Dirty Birds, the Blue Crabs, and the Honey Hunters. Welcome to the league. That said, they're playing close games. They just need their offense to improve. Statistically, they're like the 6th or 7th team in the league, so it's a tough look. Now, on the other side, the Legends, they're ready for a tough matchup here. They're 5-5. They're led by Courtney Hawkins, Tillman Pugh, Boog Powell, and more. But we're about to learn exactly what the FerryHawks are bringing to the table on the pitching side against a very legitimate offense here. And we're going to learn a lot about that Legends offense taking on some good pitching. Talking about that pitching, probable starters. Both teams are bringing their top of their lineup. As a dog just jumped off of a giant beanbag because my life is weird. Both teams are bringing the top of their rotation. J.J. Hoover, Daniel Corsino, and lefty Thomas Dormany, who looked much better in his second outing of the year. They'll go for the Legends. The FerryHawks are throwing Julio Tehran, Matt Solter, and Anthony Rodriguez. At least that is who is on the schedule. Tehran and Solter have a combined 1.37 ERA in the early going. That is dangerous on the bump. Probability tables actually like the FerryHawks. 42% chance to take 2 out of 3 and a 19% chance to sweep the Legends. 31% chance that the Legends take 2 of 3 and 8% that they sweep. That means there's a 92% chance the FerryHawks leave this series with their first ever win. Something to watch up in New York. It's a very tough matchup. We're going to see who wins that battle of some top hitting against top pitching. The final home opener will be in York, where the red-hot Honey Hunters will bring their 9-game winning streak against the Revolution, who were just swept across the Susquehanna River in Lancaster. Gastonia has the league's top offense, led by Joseph Rosa and Jack Reinheimer, got it right, and more. The Revs, they need their offense to click on the same day that their league-worst pitching finds a way to get it together. That's right, we have the league's best offense against the league's worst pitching. This could get ugly. Gastonia will throw John Anderson, Deck McGuire, and Jerry Keel. Anderson and Keel being 2 lefties against a team that so far has struggled against lefties. Small sample, but they've just got a .536 OPS against lefties in York. I expect that York will try to combat that Honey Hunters offense with Nick Trevieso, Alex Sanabia, who's very good. Did get my eyes on him when they were in town, and Austin Nicely. York is leaning hard into sinker ballers this year. I theorize that's because they got that homer-friendly ballpark, so we're going to see how that actually plays in that ballpark because it has not gone well so far. Probability tables really like the Honey Hunters. That makes a lot of sense. They're red hot. 9-game winning streak coming into this thing. 44% chance to win 2 out of 3, a 30% chance to sweep. On the flip side, York is only given a 22% chance to win 2 out of 3 and a 4% chance to leave here with a sweep. Moving right along, we've got the Ducks coming to High Point in a battle of second-place teams. This is going to be a good one. The Ducks are 5-4 coming off a series loss in Lexington, but they look pretty good, and the Rockers are 7-3 after taking 2 out of 3 from Charleston. Long Island's going to take on the Rockers' league best pitching staff with 8 hitters who are currently above league average in OPS+. So far, High Point's offense is led by Ben Aklinski, who is raking, by the way, Xander Wheel, and Quincy Lattimore. Probable starters in this one, High Point will throw their best. Justin Nicolino, Cooper Cassad, and Brady Lale. Those 3 have a combined 1.56 ERA so far. Long Island, they're going to counter with Brett Kennedy, Bennett Perry, and Scott Harkin. Probability tables on this one are pretty even. Rockers have a 40% chance to win 2 out of 3. Ducks have a 35% chance to win 2 out of 3. Rockers have a 15% chance to sweep. Ducks have a 10% chance to sweep. Something to keep an eye on as we will look at that matchup of potential playoff teams this week. Finally, we have Lancaster and Southern Maryland battling in the North Division, the only purely North Division matchup we have. The Barnstormers come to Waldorf having swept the Revolution to bounce back from a 1-6 start. That was huge for them. Kelly Dugan and Ladarius Clark have been very key in that lineup of late. Southern Maryland, on the flip side, they've won 8 straight after dropping their season opener to Lexington. The Blue Crabs boast 11 hitters with an OPS plus above 100. That means they are above average in the league. That is wild. Probable starters in this one. I meant to mention Blue Crabs. Jack Sundberg, David Harris, Jared Walker, and the new addition of Connor Lean. It's a tough day. It'll be interesting to see what Lancaster's pitching staff can do with that. Probable starters now. Dom DeSabatino, Augie Silk, and Brent Teller. I just said it's going to be interesting to see how they handle the Blue Crabs offense. Will they enter with a combined ERA above 10? Brutal. The Blue Crabs are expected to throw Daryl Thompson. That won't help. Lefty Denson Hull, who still has not given up a run, and Mitchell Lamson. This could be rough. 50% chance that the Blue Crabs take 2 out of 3 in this one. 33% chance that they sweep it. Only a 15% chance that the Barnstormers take 2 out of 3, and only a 2% chance that they manage to walk out of this one with a sweep, according to the projections. So that's what we're looking at. Got a good week of Land League Baseball, getting in the routine of getting videos back up. Maybe I'll stop talking so fast eventually, but right now it's a lot to catch up on. Trying to fit in that 5th game every night now that I had a whole year of doing 4 games a night. Let's see. Might as well throw another wrench in this thing. I'm Ryan from ALPB Roundup. Check it out on Twitter. Check it out on Instagram. Follow. Watch some baseball. Have a good one, y'all.